God help us, here we are in Guado Salam, a place which is almost entirely dialogue. So we're not going to have much to commentate on here.
But it's nice dialogue.
It's good dialogue, don't get me
Really
wrong.
interesting.
Yeah. It's just a lot of dialogue.
This way?
Me?
Whoa! Oh, I beg your pardon. I am called Trommel Guado. I am in the direct service of our leader, the great Seymour Guado.
So you two related?
I don't know if all the Guado are related, I think they just all share that surname. I think that's just a weird trait carried down by the Guado peoples. Or at least I hope so, or this is a very incestuous subculture of people. Or Guado, I guess, instead of their own species. Who knows, maybe that's just an okay thing for them. I don't really know how Guado biology works, nor do I really want to. Oh yes, also this. Riku lets us completely customize our equipment with items. Very, very rare items, allows you to put very, very overpowered abilities on your equipment. So, you know, if Riku didn't break the game enough, you can now do it even further with her assistance.
This mainly helps with, like, training up characters.
Yeah, as we're going to demonstrate, maybe at the end of this video, or maybe at the beginning of the next one, there are quite a few little loopholes that you can exploit to get your characters into infinite loops, where they could just keep attacking or keep getting themselves healed as they're attacking, or that sort of thing. And with Tidus in particular, or Eject here, you can very, very quickly and easily learn all of his overdrive abilities by following those exploits. Again, more on that later. Anyways, here you are just running around Guado Salam, picking up all the pick-upables, all the treasure chests kind of scattered about. As you can probably gather, there are a lot of Blitzball players that can be recruited here as well, so if you want a few Guados on your team, you know, this is the place to be. But for the most part, when it comes to Blitzball, I like making main characters my players, because I think there's something very, very fun about that to me.
And it's more convenient.
And it's convenient, yeah, because you can find those characters wherever they may be in the game and just get them to rejoin your Blitzball team if their contracts expire. You really have to focus on a lot of stuff with Blitzball, contracts and everything, it's kind of nutty.
And if you mess up, you can just reset the whole stats of your team.
You can do that, yeah.
I wonder what smells so nice.
Stay close to Yuna.
Orin, you just keep advising us to do that, and it never works out.
Kimari not like Mr. Seymour.
Shh.
Kimari speak no more.
Oh, Kamari.
Why does he want to see me?
Kimari speak no more.
Well, that's evidently untrue. Let's have a little look at these Guado paintings on the walls here.
I don't like the smell of this one, eh?
Over with Lulu, there we go.
These are the past leaders of the Guado.
They all look the same.
Racist!
Mr. Seymour doesn't look like them, no.
Don't you know? The last leader, Maester Jiskel, wed a human woman. She was Seymour's mother.
Oh.
They could be twins.
Again, maybe it's just one big incestuous nightmare, but again, it's one of those things where I really don't want to think too much into it. I'd like to think of the Guado as a dignified peoples, even though they're weird, giant-nailed, gangly freaks, but yeah. I'm a little curious as to what the, inspiration was for the Guado, because they really are like Ten's version of elves. As in, you know, a species which is human, but not quite human. But what was their, inspiration? Where did their conception come from? Where did the idea of Guado come from?
Popes.
Just popes. Weird gangly popes. I'll have to look into that after this video.
Those with power use that power. Maesters have power.
Wait. You sure you don't have something against Yevon?
I lived a long time in Zanarkand.
Ah.
Anyways, there's Orin establishing that he's not too keen on Yevon himself.
There's no temple here in Guadasalam, see? Summoners usually just pass through on their way elsewhere. What?
I didn't even ask a question and you're explaining things.
You'd rather I say nothing, then?
No. Maybe you finally believe I don't know anything about Spira. And maybe that means you believe me about Zanarkand, too?
Orin is standing right there, and he has told you numerous times to keep your mouth shut regarding Zanarkand.
Is one of those things.
Like, come on,
I
dude.
can't say what I think, either way. Still, be careful. You shouldn't tell other people.
Yeah, I know.
As Orin has told you multiple times.
She's probably just happy with the fact she's getting a lot of gil from the battles.
Oh yeah, there is that.
Like, you can stay because you do all the work.
Alrighty, so,
This is good.
of everybody here who seems quite nervous and edgy, I'm glad that Riku's having a good time. Just scoffing down the food. Especially considering she's only just joined us as well. It's like, okay, you can be a guardian. Here's a platter of food. She's like, wow, this life is amazing. Why didn't I do this sooner?
Since Lord Jiskel passed away, these halls have been too quiet.
The death of Lord Jiskel was a great loss for all of Spira.
Was this Maester Jiskel really such a great guy?
He brought the teachings of Yevon to the Guado. He was truly a great man.
Truly a loss for us all.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we've got very good hearing, you know.
Seymour has come before us.
Trummel, your voice is
Seymour
stupid.
is the child
You sound like a
of
rubbish
Guado.
version of Machen.
They should switch voices.
Yeah, if he had Machen's voice, I'd be way more, like, keen on him.
But that is not all, I think. Lord Seymour, he will surely become the shining star that lights the way for all the peoples of Spira.
That is enough, Trummel. Must I always endure such praise? Welcome!
You wanted to see me?
Please, make yourselves at home. There's no rush.
Please keep this short. Yuna must rush.
Pardon me.
I guess I'll put away the Monopoly then. I had strategies planned out and everything, but fine, if you've got to be somewhere. This cutscene is pretty grand, as most of the CG cutscenes in this game are, but this one in particular is visually stunning.
This is what VR should look like.
This right here.
This sphere is a reconstruction created from the thoughts of the dead that wander the far.
God damn, that looks nice.
Zanarkand?
Correct. Zanarkand, as it looked 1,000 years ago. The great and wondrous Machina city, Zanarkand.
It's the city of the dead, but with the living.
The city of the not yet dead.
She who?
I like Orin's like very knowing, like just kind of, it's like, I know who you're talking about, I know where we are. I know what your game is, Seymour. Not that his, motivations are anything underhanded, of course, because Seymour is, a good guy deep down, but yeah.
Lady Yunalesca.
She was the first person to defeat sin and save the world from its ravages. And you have inherited her name.
It was my father who named me.
Lord Braska was entrusting you with a great task.
You know, it's a good thing that, you know, she didn't get given her full name, Yunalesca. Otherwise, we'd have both Jecht and Yunalesca in our team, and that would make the whole naming thing even more confusing.
Could I have named myself Seymour?
You could have done, that would have also been very confusing. Quite glad that we didn't do that. Because that's actually quite a common name. I can imagine some players out there have actually run into that problem. I like the very slight awkwardness here. Just a very, very mild sexual tension right there.
Like, who was filming this moment?
That's a good question. I imagine it's just a hidden camera somewhere in the room? I don't know, it's a weird one. I don't know if this is just meant to be symbolic or something, because they're just leaving the sphere vision, so maybe everything's a bit hazy still. That's how I've always pictured it. Anyway, Seymour's kind of dropped something of a bombshell on the party now. And the next chunk of the game is going to be us dealing with said bombshell.
I killed your father.
No, not quite that. There's one thing I don't associate Seymour with, it's patricide. So, Yuna's a little flustered.
Wow, your face is beet red.
You okay?
He asked me to marry him.
Boom! Drama bomb!
Do it.
Hey!
Scandal!
Yes, food.
Have you tasted that food? Can you imagine your wedding banquet? Do it! Just do it! Then just divorce him afterwards, it's fine!
But this means more than just defeating sin. She must ease the suffering of all Spira. She must be a leader for the people. I proposed to Lady Yuna as a maester of Yevon.
Spira is no playhouse. A moment's diversion may amuse an audience, but it changes nothing.
Even so, the actors must play their parts. There's no need to answer right away. Please, think it over.
We will do so then. We leave.
Lady Yuna, I await your favorable reply.
Whew! Wow, you can cut that tension with a knife.
Why are you still here, sir?
Excuse me? I was just leaving? You jerk.
I beg your pardon. We Guado are keen to the scent of the far plane.
Oh, I love this. Get off me, you idiot. I'm leaving now. Oren's best moments is when he genuinely gets, like, annoyed or, like, if things genuinely get to him.
Yuna, the High Summoner's daughter. Seymour, the leader of the Guado. Married in the name of Yevon, overcoming the barriers of race. It would give Spira something cheery to talk about for a change.
Sounds just like a passing daydream, like Oren says.
Come on, let's just get on with the pilgrimage. I mean, marriage?
Jealous?
What? No way. We gotta defeat sin. Romance can wait.
You sure picked a fine time to lay this one on us.
Maybe it is a fine time.
You serious?
If my getting married would help Spira, if it would make people happy, if I could do that for people, maybe I should do what I can.
So this is one of Yuna's main character traits, is that she is utterly selfless and always thinks of others, so she will always do what she thinks is going to benefit the world, not necessarily herself.
I will.
And naturally, not to spoil, but as the game goes on, she kind of grows to be a bit more self-serving, if that makes more sense. Like she learns to put herself first, but in a good way.
Like Braska before you.
I had to stop myself from shouting. What's there to think about?
I'm going to the far plane. I'm going to see my father and think on this.
Go on. We'll be right behind you.
I wondered why none of the others ever asked Yuna. Do you love Seymour? Do you even like him?
Oh, he jealous. He totes jealous. So, let's go to the far plane. This area has quite a lot of, very slow and very thoughtful scenes.
I thought she was going to kill herself. Like, why that comment?
No, I don't.
I'm going to the far plane.
I'm just gonna pitch myself off a bridge, so if you guys want to join me, feel free, but, you know, not an obligation.
Souls, or whatever they are, they go to the far plane, right? But that's the far plane we're going to, right? And Yuna's old man's there too? Do dead people live there or something?
It's too spoopy for me. Oh, the ghosts.
You thinking those funny thoughts again, yeah?
Interactions between Jecht and Waka are always really weird. Like, they have this weird camaraderie that needs a bit more building, a bit more fleshing out, I think.
Aren't you coming?
I do not belong there.
You're scared.
Searching the past to find the future. This is all that is there. I need it not. You'd better be going.
You're not really going to see the dead. More like your memories of them. People think of their relatives, and the fireflies react to them. They take on the form of the dead person. An illusion, nothing else. Well, have fun.
What? You're not going either, Riku?
I keep my memories inside.
Huh?
Memories are nice, but that's all they are.
So for as, outwardly cheery and happy as she seems, it's interesting that Riku is the one character other than Auron who is
See you later.
pragmatic and forward-thinking enough to not go chat to illusory dead people, essentially. You wouldn't expect that of her because she seems so, bouncy and jubilant, but there you go. Or alternatively, maybe, she has a lot of baggage and doesn't really want to face it. That could be the other option.
Well, if you think about it, if you think about one person, you'll think about another person because they're related to them.
Oh, and then
so
you've just
it
got...
could just be a whole crowd of people at the far plane.
Just a daisy chain of all of the dead people who you miss. That could be really... Oh, that could be crushing. Jesus. The whole concept of this place is kind of screwed up, but it makes for some interesting character moments, so... as a storytelling device, I kind of love this place. It also looks amazing. It's just this little floating piece of rock amidst a giant, cloudy, flowery vortex. It looks so cool. You can't question how cool this looks. Final Fantasy X Heaven. There's something very interdimensional about it as well, because you do just walk through a giant portal to it, and geographically it can't be found anywhere in the world. It can only be accessed by that big portal.
Wait,
It was cool, but
in different places of the world.
About Yuna.
Can it? Oh, it can be accessed from different areas.
Yeah, it can be accessed through
got me worried.
Different areas, but that's kind of spoiler.
Okay, I'd forgotten that point, so we'll get to that when we get to that. I do believe that's something for the sequel game, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Anyways, you had a little peek at Brotherhood there, and for good reason, because this little powwow that you're about to have regarding Waka and Shapu actually permanently upgrades the Brotherhood sword, and it's amazing.
Yo, Chapu! Meant to come see you earlier, yeah? Sorry. I know you won't hold it against me. I gave up the game. I'm a guardian from here on, you know? This guy looks a lot like you.
Jecht and Chappu look nothing like each other. Maybe the face is a bit similar, but everything else, no. they do not look alike.
It could be their like mannerisms.
Maybe, I guess. But anyways, as you can see, the Brotherhood has now started glowing. It's now reached its full potential, so its strength has gone up crazily so. It now has it has a sensor on it so you can see enemy stats, and it gives you Water Strike. Your attacks now have a water affinity when you're wielding it, which is quite helpful for the next area, but well, naturally, the counterattack sword is still better, so if you have that, better to keep that.
That's good.
I remember when I was only 7 years old in Bavel that day. My father had defeated Sin, and the whole town was out in the streets. Everyone was laughing. They all seemed so happy. If I defeated Sin, that would make everyone happy, wouldn't it? I must do what everyone wants, not just what I want.
Let's go back. You gotta tell Seymour.
Before that, call Sir Jecht. Give it a try.
Why doesn't she call Jecht?
Don't worry.
Because she barely remembers him, because she probably didn't meet him all that much when she was little. Maybe it was out of respect. Maybe she wouldn't, go out of her way to, summon his dead father. Or assumingly dead father.
That means he's alive, you know.
What if my old man really is Sin? What would I say to Yuna? Heck, to everybody in Spira. Wait, why should I have to apologize for him anyway? I'd rather never see him again.
What makes you hate him so?
Everything he does just makes me mad. It was his fault that me and my mother...
Mom!
Mom? It's her.
She's very pretty.
But... wait. No one ever performed the sending for her.
She must have accepted death while she was still alive.
Whoa there. That's my mother you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Probably true, because I'm a terrible kid.
Okay.
I was a lame son.
I think I just... figured something out.
What?
This next scene is kind of sad, though. I don't know, out of all the Jecht and Jecht scenes, I feel a lot of them are a bit hammy and a bit over the top, but this one seems kind of sad in how real it seems.
What? Really?
Of course.
I suppose, but... Mommy! Just a sec, dear.
Whenever my old man was around...
So just the idea that he was kind of neglected as a kid, which probably led to him being quite attention-seeking, i.e., following the path of being a blitzball star. All of it kind of came from resentment of Jecht. Father Jecht.
Is she alright?
Why should you care?
If she dies, I wouldn't know what to do.
Don't say Mom is gonna die.
The fact that, Jecht's disappearance then indirectly killed his mother, that's also a bit of a downer for him, so, yeah.
It was just like that. I hated my old man even more. But really, my old man...
Mommy! Just a sec, dear.
Go to him. He'll cry if you don't.
Oh, man. I must sound so stupid.
I don't think so.
How embarrassing.
Well, need some more time.
No. I'm ready.
Did I miss something?
So that kind of wraps up quite a few plot points, quite some pretty heavy ones at that. Riku pilfered an apple, from Seymour's place, as you do.
I'll go give my answer to Maester Seymour.
And with that, here's a ghost. An angry ghost. An angry Pope ghost.
He does not belong here.
Why?
Yuna, send him.
Well, you're not taking the spooks all too well, are you, Warren?
Lord Jiskel.
He is Lord Jiskel no more. Send him now.
And with that, we have a sphere. Which is going to be, pretty important to the game's plot.
Talk later. We leave now.
What was that just now? That really Lord Jiskel?
He wasn't sent, so he became a fiend, right?
Look at me, I'm clued in. I know what's going on. I love that you get the option to do that. You can let it play out or you can jump in. That's fantastic.
That's against the rules.
I don't think the game lets you do that at any other point. That's just a one-off moment of letting you chime in there.
I want to go back.
Alrighty then.
Never mind.
Yeah, we'll go back near the end of the video because there is some secret stuff, some secret scenes in the far plane that I didn't know about, that Dan did know about, and we'll have to show those before the video ends.
I will go.
Because they're pretty interesting.
And note that Lulu was the last person to talk inside the actual far plane.
Not yours.
Okay, so this little exchange here, the character you go off and talk to is actually dependent on which character you're most friendly with. So it's either between Riku or Lulu. If you barely interact with Lulu, whereas if you grind Riku up quite a bit before coming here, you'll actually have a conversation with Riku instead. But we're going with Lulu because she's our exposition giver person.
Sometimes marriage doesn't require love, you know? Defeat sin and bring joy to the people of Spira. Get married and bring joy to the people of Spira. For Yuna, they're just two ways down the same road. All you need is determination.
Getting down and dirty with Seymour's gross, gangly body fills you with determination.
Oh, no.
For better or worse.
I just don't get it.
Okay,
Where did she go at this point?
So yeah, at this point, usually you get to have a chat with either Riku or Lulu, which can end in a little bit of flirtiness if you actually talk to Lulu, but for some reason that didn't trigger for you, so I don't know, maybe you just didn't have enough friend points? I'm not really sure how the mechanic works here.
Aren't you a little young?
Some people marry really young in Spira, you know.
You mean people our age get married?
Yeah. Fiends are around, and there's always sin, right? One of them might get you, you know? Lots of people marry the first person they fall in love with, just like that.
Really?
I'll probably be the same way. You an only child?
Yeah.
I got an older brother myself.
Huh.
I wish I had some younger brothers and sisters, though.
So I'll ask your parents.
Mom died. A machina went on a rampage.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
When I get married, I'm gonna have lots of kids. That way they'll all have brothers and sisters. What?
You're really thinking about your future, aren't you? That's great.
Because, you know, I haven't done that, like, ever.
Hey, maybe you know.
Oh boy! Oh jeez! Oh, existential crisis is setting in! I didn't know this happened, I kinda love this.
Guado potions good. Buy some before leaving.
That's a completely optional thing. I didn't know that would happen. That would freak me out if I tried to go in that shop only to have Kamari jump out.
We leave as soon as Yuna returns. I trust you'll be ready.
For a while there, I was a little worried about what was gonna happen, yeah?
Anyways, to probably progress this, chunk of the game, you actually have to start heading towards the Thunder Plains, which, for a new player, how would you even know or think to do that? So, I imagine a lot of players just spent ages slumming around Guado Salam here waiting for something to happen, which must have sucked for those players. Thankfully, once again, Prima Strategy Guide got me through this moment. In fact, here you are, kind of thinking about going into the far plane, only to realise, no, there's nothing in there. There's nothing for me there.
I was actually trying to look for Lulu.
Oh, were you looking for Lulu? Yeah. Right.
I didn't know she was down there.
Right there.
I'm a little worried about
cool.
Skull. I wonder if
and that's the point where we've just missed out on.
That extra dialogue with her. It doesn't matter. The one you had with Riku was interesting anyway.
No, she's at Seymour's place.
That's Maester Seymour, or Lord Seymour.
Oh, I'll be careful. Sorry.
That's all right. Oh, Maester Seymour left Guado Salam a short while ago.
You serious?
I believe he went to the temple in Makalania. Maester Seymour is also the high priest of that temple.
Whoa, I gotta tell the others.
What a scoundrel. Hey, will you marry me? Give me your answer soon. I'm gonna skip town. What? I thought you... What? What are you doing, Seymour? You are terrible at courtship, apparently.
Lord Driscoll, please tell me. What can I do to help?
Yuna, let's go!
See you later, papa-in-law. To be, I guess. Alright, I'm out skis. Bye.
They say Seymour went to Macarena Temple.
That's a stupid joke and you should feel bad, Final Fantasy X.
Well, he's been learning 2 languages.
Yeah, but Macarena reference. In the year of our Lord, 2002, or whenever this game came out. You know.
What is it?
Oh, nothing.
You're a poor liar.
It's true, it's nothing. Come on, let's go.
Okay, let's be off then. To the Thunder Plains. The gimmick of this place, and thank God we've actually got some honest-to-God gameplay in this episode. The gimmick of this place is really frustrating. Really, really frustrating, and I will be implementing a cheating device into the next episode to save us the most tedious, mind-numbing, and unnecessarily difficult side quests in any video game ever.
How are we supposed to cross that?
Dodging lightning.
See the lightning rod tower?
For reals. Like, you have to try and dodge lightning and it sucks.
It is kind of fun if you mute the TV and have some music on.
I guess, if you consider tapping the X button in reaction to a flashing light fun. But I feel like I could get that same fun from watching paint dry, so yeah.
Hey, even that's kind of fun. Thanks.
You have a very strange concept of fun, but I'm not going to begrudge you that. Anyways, here's a little tutorial on it. You get hit by lightning if you stand around too long, or if you're just not underneath one of those towers. And what really sucks is if you get hit by lightning just after a battle, so you're not in the zone to mentally prepare for it. For the most part, if you want to start lightning dodging, you've got to either cheat, like we're going to do, or you have to equip a piece of armor that negates the random encounters. And also don't go for treasure chests, because pressing X to open the chest took away your opportunity to dodge that lightning. God damn, this sucks. Anyways, Thunderplane does have a whole bunch of lightning-based enemies. Here's just a few of them. We'll be seeing a lot more of them in the next episode as we progress through the game. But, yeah, we're not actually going to go any further at this point. We're actually going to backtrack back to Guado Salam now. Because there are, once again, a few extra little scenes within the far plane that are worth watching. So, take down this imp. Ugh, goddamn imps. Down you go. And let's get ourselves the heck out of the Thunder Plains, because I don't like this place. I share Riku's sentiment, I think it's naff.
And I want to show this scene.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool scene. 2 of them, in fact. 2 really cool scenes. Okay, so, back up here. Through the corridor. Up the very literal stairway to heaven.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what it is. Never considered that one. And let's go chat to that weird stalkery guy who we've been seeing through the whole game.
It's been 7 years, but you still look the same. Jeez, I'm older than you now. Oh, I guess it makes sense. Hey, I brought you something. Check this out. There we are. See? She looks just like you. Her name's Yuna. Boy, was I surprised first time I saw her. Of course, she's not as good as you. If you were still alive, I bet you'd fight just like her. It's okay. Yuna will beat Sin for you. I know it. So, don't you worry. Okay, sis?
I played through the entirety of Final Fantasy X and X-2 without realising that was even a thing, that character even had a sister who was a failed summoner. And, yeah, that really kind of paints a bigger picture about that character, and it's kind of sad.
No one there?
She's not appearing.
Who is it?
None of your business.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Why aren't you here?
That is a completely optional scene that foreshadows an optional encounter later in the game, but a really, really awesome one, so...
And it's amazing.
Yeah, there you go. Let's dodge lightning!